My guest today is Chris Feng. Chris is a co-founder and COO at Chainbase. Chainbase, of course, is the world's largest omnichain data network designed to integrate all blockchain data into one unified ecosystem, especially in the fast expanding AI era. Welcome to the show, Chris.
Thanks, Andy. Thanks for having me.
It is a pleasure. Chris, let's do what we do at the beginning of the show. It'd be cool if you could please introduce yourself. Love to just hear, some of your story, what you've been doing in the lead up to co-founding Chainbase.
Yeah, definitely. So let me take you guys back to 2016. I was working at a consultant at Bain company and found myself in Tel Aviv for the cross-border M&A deal. While I was there, I couldn't help but noted the vibrant buzz around blockchain. Everyone was talking about it, and I learned Bitcoin was just around $600 at that time. Honestly, I have no clue what is that. I didn't know why I need to buy it and how can I go with it. I just knew that that's something big. And fast forward to 2019, I had a dinner with Justin Sun, the founder of Feng. He mentioned he was launching a coin called the BTT for the BitTorrent acquisition. And it was going to be launched Binance Launchpad. I remember sitting there, still the big questioning. I was thinking, why do we need the new coin called the BTT? And what is the value capture of it? And what really drive for the price up? But a friend of mine at the table, who is also the founder of the Bitcoin Layer 2 project right now, decided to buy it. He made 30 times on his investment after a week. I thought about, wow, that is wild, right? Do I even need to work anymore? That's the moment it really opened up my eyes for the whole blockchain space. And after that, I started diving into trading crypto on secondary market, and eventually the concept of Web3 came into my mind. Having experienced and translation from Web2 to the entire new field, I feel that it's a perfect time for me to jump into and get fully involved. So looking back, I realized that if Web3 had been like Web1 and Web2, a real opportunity for me is to be an entrepreneur, not just investing or trading on crypto. Then in 2022, beginning of 2022, I co-founded Chainbase with my partner Mogul. Our vision was driven by two key ideas. First, we thought that on-chain activity as the core management unit of data. Second, we recognize that while a blockchain is the groundbreaking shared ledger, while it's also incredibly data-driven. The role of data in the crypto world is becoming more and more important than ever before. And we're seeing the paradigm shift in how we deal with data and data-driven business. So when I reflect on my journey, I feel like everything lined up perfectly. If I had jumped in the middle of the trading BTT in 2019, I might not have a chance to approach this industry as an entrepreneur, right? I might not have a chance to sitting here. But in any case, those moments are unforgettable. That's what led me to here today.
Very well said. Thank you so much, Chris. Very well said indeed. All right. Well, look, you kind of hinted and explained a little bit that, Chainbase is a data protocol, and you spoke about the importance of data. But just expand on that a little bit. Explain what Chainbase is, what a data protocol is, and the importance of data in the blockchain era.
Definitely. This is the interesting question. Recently, while chatting with various investors, I noticed that almost every investment firm, has invested in data-related projects. However, very few are truly approaching it in a crypto-native way, and even fewer have successfully listed on centralized exchange. Yet those do tend to be quite successful and often define a niche like Chainlink, The Graph, and Arkham. I believe there are big opportunity in the data sector, but it requires a genius crypto-native mindset to solve real problems, not just offering RPCs or creating dashboards. So since we entered the on-chain data space in early 2022, we founded on building what we think can genuinely help the industry, rather than constantly pivoting. So right now, there are three key issues to tackle. One is that too many chains have created data silos. Second is that low quality raw data cannot support a rich application needed for the next generation of blockchain. And third is that the centralized data platform haven't attracted large global developer community in Web2, right? So Chainbase aims to create a new data stack for the next generation of blockchain, where all data is interconnected and accessible with one click. The data will be real-time, structured, high quality, and AI ready. This is the core idea behind the 4-layer 2 consensus architecture we are being building for over the past 2 years. I see us as the pioneers in tackling this challenge of omnichain or chain abstraction, but from the data-centric point of view. Data is the fundamentally building block for any on-chain measurements, and it should be the gateway for integrating across multiple chains. Prioritizing data accessibility and usability is what will ultimately unlock the potential of the omnichain space and help drive mass adoption.
Very well said. All right, we'll talk it through some of the use cases then that Chainbase can help unlock in terms of the different ways that this data can be utilized or extracted, analyzed. Yeah, what are some of the different key use cases, Chris?
Yeah, that's a good question. So a good product is not just about single use case or a single feature. It's about the whole experience. So at Chainbase, we are a developer-first company from day one, with 80% of our team being developers. Our main focus has always been to better serve developers who are the core user of us, and we listen to their feedback. We strive to offer the most generous plan for them. So our data uses show there are a few use cases or features that developers really love. One is that we offer a comprehensive, structured real-time on-chain data, which we aggregate based on business logic. This is our key weapon. Developers don't need just to interact with isolated data. They want complete real-time knowledge that support their business. For example, all the large crypto security companies take us as their data backend because they need to track every on-chain transaction, every smart contract by every second. You cannot think that they do with other dashboard data analytics tools because they don't get the real-time structured data. And we've observed two important points. One is that one API call on our network can equal 50 to 100 RPC calls, which means our data is much richer and much valuable. Second is that 80% of our active product or a developer rely on us as their core data backend, integrating the Chainbase data network into the business workflow. And another major use case that we're excited about is our new crypto foundation model. Similar to GPT, it is designed to offer a smarter and a more accessible way to interact with on-chain data. The beta version just launched, and within a week, we already have 500,000 users testing it. And we want to make it easier for not only developer, but also the end user to harness on-chain data to power their business.
Very good. And I understand that you guys closed a Series A round, about 15 million, co-led by Tencent Investment Group and Matrix Partners with a few other people involved. That must be gratifying, give you some good runway, Chris?
Yep. So yeah, we're very excited to be supported by these leading players, VCs, strategic investors. That's a huge honor for us. And I think in crypto, we're not just funding investors, but we are funding partners who gonna grow with us, who share the similar view. And luckily, we have the positive revenue incomes. As I said, we have provided real utility for the whole space for about 2 years, and it will generate revenue. And we also got support from the leading investors. So that gives us more room to develop, more room to try something new. Like what I said, we train a crypto foundation model from the beginning to the end to end train the model. We do the data processing, pre-processing. We do the model training, model prioritizing. we do everything in-house. And we also engage the power from the community, right? Because we open up the whole network from the last quarter. And right now we attracted different type of participants, like a data provider, data scientist, and also node provider. We hope that everyone can join us to create a truly data-centric consensus for the whole industry.
Yeah, fantastic. You talked, Chris, about how you are very developer-centric, very developer-focused. You got, I think, thousands and thousands of developers already involved. How do you keep that happening? I guess, what are the features that you are giving developers that they can't find anyone else that make them keep coming back to Chainbase and keep growing that trend?
Yeah, as I said previously, we will always listen to the feedback and the advice from the developers. So they are the core user of us. They are the backbone. We are not just building single features. We're building the whole experience for them. As I said, all the interface of our product is developer friendly. They can easily find a way to write their own circle and aggregate their own data based on their business strategies. And they can use it by any way they like. And more importantly, we introduced the AI capability to them as well recently. So they give them more room to create their own project, create their own task for utilizing on-chain data. This is the key methodology that we share internally and also with our community.
And how do you think this industry is going to change as AI continues to advance at scale, Chris? What do you see as the new and emerging trends, both in blockchain data and with the simultaneous growth of AI?
Exactly. There's no doubt that since ChatGPT came into the space, it feels like every company, big or small, no matter where they're based, has shifted into an AI company, or at least the company powered by AI. It's just like this new wave of high tech is putting everything in this state. Remember the internet boom, right? It's similar like that. Every company had their own website, app, marketplace, or even a membership system. I really think that we are still in the early stage of AI, like the first 30 minutes of a football match. The key moment so far has been introducing of the transformer, right? Which is the crucial for AI evolution. Now, if we zoom in on crypto, so crypto AI is definitely the hottest topic right now. It's everywhere you look, in conversation, at event, you name it. But we think that there are two different types of approach. We can really break it down into two categories. One is crypto for AI, the other is AI for crypto. The key difference is that what problem you are aiming to solve. If you are tackling issue within AI and using crypto as a tool, that fall under crypto for AI. Think about the numerous computing power platform and data labeling platform. They fit right into this category. They utilize unique feature of crypto like incentivized incentive network, collaboration, security, and decentralization to improve the whole AI workflow. It's a fascinating space to watch, right? We also have a strong partnership with the leading player in that category. So how do we connect as the native crypto startup with AI? Fundamentally, we believe that among three essential elements of AI, data computing power and algorithm, data play a vital role. So data processing are where all AI journeys begin. While some may see data as the basic element with low entry barrier, but the truth is that the top-tier AI model rely heavily on high-quality data input. For example, GPT-2 was trained on 40 gigabyte of human-filtered data, while GPT-3 was trained on 500 something gigabyte of human-filtered data. So the larger, the better the data set, the more likely the model is to excel, right? So Chainbase is one of the leading omnichain network with over 2 years of delivering real utility. We've built the solid foundation for creating crypto function model. We're particularly fascinating is that the data in our network is in a standardized format that is AI trainable, making model training and the usage much smoother. Many projects over the past 2 years have leveraged the data from our network for model training and model inference, including ecosystem projects like the Scope Chat, on the AI, the agent AI, and more. So our current goal is shift from serving individual projects to providing essential building AI capability for the entire industry.
Got it. Thank you, Chris. On your website, it talks through like the different products. There's the PTO data platform, the crypto world model, and Chainbase Genesis. Maybe just briefly describe the differentiation between those products.
Yeah, definitely. So everything we build is based on the innovative 14 dual consensus architecture we designed for the whole industry to provide a high quality data access for the whole space. And the data platform is more like B2B front face. It serves all the developers things. Is what I said is developer friendly interface, and it's easy for developer to circle on-chain data, indexing on-chain data, or aggregate on-chain data by their own needs. So we've already collected more than 200,000 active developers to interact with the platform, generating 500 billion data calls in total. That's generated by platform. Then the network is the decentralized network that we provided for the whole industry, not only for developer, but also for end user, and also the data provider. They collect on-chain data or off-chain data, or other data scientists who want to participate in this journey. So we open up everything, because we realize that if we want to achieve the larger success, if we want to empower the whole industry in a better way, we need to decentralize everything. We need to let everyone to come into the space and work with us. And we just provide an open gateway for everyone to permissionlessly join us and contribute to the whole thing. Then, as you said, we have the genesis.chainbase.com, which is the end user's interface to let everyone to contribute and participate in a space to say if they are interested in our offerings, or they can contribute to the whole space. And we just launched it for about a week, and right now we have already attracted more than 3 million individual address to participate.
Got it. And what about there's a Chainbase token, but that has not launched. That's my understanding? Is that correct?
Yeah, it haven't launched yet, but we plan to do the TG by the end of the year after the election season.
Yeah. And anything people should know about what to look out for with that?
Yeah, that's a good question for the end users. We warmly invite everyone to join genesis.chainbase.com and also try our the front face of the model, because as I said, we creating the crypto foundation model. It's similar to GPT, and we also offer the chatbot, which is called their chat, and you can chat with their chat to get any information you want to know about Chainbase. That is the genius master that understands everything on Chainbase, or understand everything on crypto.
Yeah. What about Deepen? Deepen's was a big narrative at the start of the year. Do you see Chainbase as contributing to that kind of decentralized physical infrastructure narrative, Chris?
Yeah, definitely. Andy, you cover all the hot topics. So Deepen is definitely another exciting area beyond AI, right? And we're actively supporting many Deepen projects from chains to devices. I'm very optimistic about Deepen from the data perspective, since these devices act as data collector, right? So almost all smart devices we use daily can be converted into Deepen devices, continuously generating data. So the key challenge is using this data in a trusted environment while ensuring privacy. And blockchain is the right solution for that, making it the unique aspect for on-chain data. And we are already collaborating with several leading Deepen data providers who supply native Deepen data into Chainbase data network. And we offer access to this data and combine it with other on-chain data to create new data assets that can be easily utilized by developer project team and also AI models. I'm also excited to share that collaborating with Nanyang Technological University and Public AI, Chainbase has published an academic paper on trustworthy AI, paving the way for future IoT and AI integration. So this paper representing a significant exploration in our journey to integrate blockchain with DP and AI, highlighting our commitment to advancing secure and a reliable data solution for the rapid growing AI, IoT, and AI landscape.
Excellent. Thank you, Chris. I also see, I have in my notes that you had there's a recent partnership that you guys entered into with IO.net, which I wasn't too familiar with, but just looking at it now, AI compute as a currency, the internet of GPUs is what it is, right?
Yep. Yeah, exactly. They are the leading player of decentralized computing power, and it listed on Binance a couple months ago.
And what are you doing with them?
Yeah, as I mentioned previously, earlier this year, we came up with the idea of training a crypto native foundation model using high quality on-chain data. We want to carry out the entire process in a crypto native manner, which we need to decentralize everything, right? So covering everything from data processing to model training. So during that time, we have explored how to use IO.net's computing network for training and optimizing the model. On one hand, IO leveraged crypto as the incentive network to enable efficient global computing resources distribution, make it an ideal scenario for integrating AI with crypto. That's what we are account for. And on the other hand, Chainbase utilizes all this data and train the model in a decentralized manner. So the partnership between IO and Chainbase align perfectly with the core elements of AI. IO provide the robust computing power, while Chainbase use AI trainable high-quality data as the foundation. So both of us aim to bringing crypto into an era of intelligence. So the collaboration will unfold a couple areas. That's the highlights I want to mention to the audience. One is that Chainbase will utilize IO's powerful computing network to train foundation model and task-specific model. And also, Chainbase will play a crucial role in building IO's data layer as a primary data provider. And more importantly, we're going to launch the merge token mining campaign to collaboratively reward key contributors around both Chainbase and IO.net's community. In the next few months, we are also announcing some other major collaboration partners with projects in the ecosystem, as well as the upstream or downstream partners. This team includes Eigenlayer, OPStack, Rwave, Near Foundation, Sahara AI, and more.
Got it. Thank you again, Chris. All right, lots going on. As we start to finish off this part of the podcast, Chris, just for any developers listening who are not too familiar with what you guys are doing at Chainbase, but hopefully they are now after listening to you speak, what is the best place for them to go to start to get involved? What should they do? Where should they go?
Yeah, thanks for the question. I want every developer, either from Web 2 or Web 3, join us. And there's three best ways for them to contribute or join a decentralized data consensus journey. One is that always use Chainbase data platform as the best place to indexing, querying, or utilize on-chain data. Secondly, try to be a contributor either as a data provider or the data processing contributor to our network. Our network will reward you by any work the developer contribute to the whole process. Third thing that try genesis.chainbase.com. That is the best gateway or a low entry barrier gateway to know what Chainbase can offer to you.
Got it. Thank you. And that links in the show notes, listeners, but of course, just chainbase.com. Great place to start. All right. Well,
Yep.
Chris, we reach the end of the show, or we're coming up to the end of the show. And the way that we finish the show, of course, is by running you through the very famous crypto conversation hot take round. Are you up for it?
Yep.
Let's go, Chris. I'm just going to run some questions at you. All I want you to do is give me your honest hot take style answers, if you like. Question one for you, Chris, is where would you say that you sit on the Bitcoin maximalist to multi-chain opportunist spectrum?
Multi-chain will be good.
Yeah, I thought you might say that. That's all right. All right, very good. Question 2 for you, Chris, is what would you say is your firmest conviction crypto opinion?
The crypto is like the decentralized and the sovereign word for the whole industry. Like I believe you know that the founder of Telegram was arrested, right?
Yes.
That is the anti-sovereign. So
Yes.
we are for it.
Yes. That's right. That's why Satoshi is anonymous, because you can't arrest an idea, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. All right. Look, Bill Gates famously said, Chris, that we tend to overestimate what we can accomplish in 2 years and underestimate what we can accomplish in 10. 10 years is a very long time in blockchain. But look, whatever you like, Chainbase, on-chain data, AI, Web3, what does it all look like in 10 years' time?
I cannot predict that, but I only want to say that I think in the future world, crypto and AI are the two key technology we're gonna facing with, right? And AI obviously will even be larger, and crypto gonna be in one of the incentive net or product relationship distribution network around it. And AI probably in the future will be the largest data consumer and data producer in the future of work, right? So we want to keep our pace on it. We want to keep our focus on crypto and AI for not only in the coming cycle, but also as you said, in about 10 years period of time.
I like it. All right. Another way of thinking about the future, of course, is this quote by sci-fi author William Gibson, who famously said that the future is already here. It's just not evenly distributed. With that in mind, Chris, can you think of an example of the future being here right now, but most people aren't aware of it?
That's a good question. That's like we're under the movie, right? The Hollywood movie. So if I think about it, I would think about that there are tons of intelligent entities serve me, and they just help me to solve different type of the problems or challenges I'm facing now. And I don't need to pay them directly, but they're gonna be paid by the vertical token in the internet. So that is the way that people can just sit there. Then all these smart agencies, smart intelligence gonna serve you, and you don't need to pay back fiat. And there are gonna be some sort of intangible token that serve for other services. I pretty enjoy that. I can imagine it.
Yeah, very well said. All right, it brings us nicely to our final question, Chris, which is, what is your favorite science fiction book, film, or TV show?
To be honest, I watched your podcast for a long time. I think that's very trendy. And during the past cycle, I read a lot of the article or book about crypto, like the solving yourself, all these things, because I think this mindset impacted me a lot. As I said, translation from Web 1 to Web 2, then to Web 3. I think Web 3 opened the new world for me, because everyone want to contribute with others, and everyone want to share the value with others. That cannot be imagined in Web 2, right? As I said, why we try to dive into data space is that in Web 2, each internet giant hold their own data, and they use all of our data by their own needs. They don't care about privacy. But in Web 3, we own everything by ourselves. We own our asset, we own our data, and we can share everything to others. That's the huge different type of story.
Yeah, very, very well said indeed. Wise words. Thank you so much, Chris. Hey, look, this was a lot of fun. Thank you so much for coming and spending some time with us on the show today. Chris, close it out by telling people where they can find you on Twitter, on X, wherever else you like to hang out online. And again, just make the case for why developers should come and check out what you and the team are building with Chainbase.
Yeah, you can always check out our official account at Chainbase HQ. And you can also check my personal account, Chris F123. And we also have our Discord channel and also the Telegram channel. Always find us over there and ask any question you'd like to.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Chris. All the best and bye for now.
Yeah, thanks, Andy. Thanks for having me. Have a nice day.